should be running now. All right, so the population of your village is going to be 5d10.
We got 24.
You both rolled 24? That's crazy.
Well, I'm just reading what he rolled.
Okay. So yeah, you have 24 people, including yourself, in this village. Is my stream up? I'm not seeing my stream.
No wonder we're a bunch of mutants.
I try to watch the comments, but I'm not seeing the stream up. What the hell? Give me a second. So what do you guys do? We'll start off here in just a second once I find out if my stream is up and running, which it is, but I can't find it on my phone. So what do you guys do in this village? There we go. I got my stream up and running. And if my stream is up and running. Oh, yeah. All right. So again, I can watch the comments now. All right. So I want to start off. We'll start from the top of the bottom. We're playing Gamma World today, and somebody's making a ton of noise outside. We're going to start off with Sume. What is your character, and what do they do in this small rural, like medieval level technology town? Actually, I'll start with kind of explaining the world. This is Gamma World. I'm not sure if a lot of people have played Gamma World, but it's an old school game using a similar system to the first edition D&D. There are no classes in this game. You play a mutant or a human. We already made a few characters. Each player has 2 characters. This is post-apocalyptic fantasy kind of gaming. If you ever seen like Thundar the Barbarian or Fire and Ice, it's kind of done in that kind of style. The world has ended. Nobody knows how long ago. They know that the old world existed, as there are still artifacts left, but they're very rare and hard to find, aka magic items. In this world, nobody knows how the world ended so long ago, but there are still like robots and like vehicles and stuff that are around, but they're super rare. Your characters have probably never seen anything like that, but you would know of the old world, kind of legend, and know that you're living in the ruins of the old world. You live in a small town in the mountains. You don't know what mountains they are. I doubt. I'll let you guys roll to see maybe if you have left the village of your little mountain valley at any time. So the population of the village is 24, mostly old people, some kind of sickly. You guys grow. What crops do you grow in this town?
Well, if we're far enough north,
and you're coming in very
the
quiet.
soil's any good. Probably potatoes, otherwise grain.
What kind of grain?
Wheat and barley, maybe?
Probably corn, being the.
I was thinking corn.
All right,
It depends on the quality of the soil, honestly.
So you're predominantly potato farmers. So maybe you guys are in Idaho. I don't know.
Who knows?
All right.
All I know is there's vodka.
Vodka.
Well,
okay,
it
yeah.
also could
Go
be
ahead and put
vodka
one
as
bottle of
well.
vodka on your equipment check or equipment list.
Oh, great. It has begun. The alcoholism.
All right. I was hoping you guys would say like opium or something like that. I was like, the door was open. So you guys are mainly potato farmers.
Maybe
in the-
we're a bit further, like, central, probably.
All right. So your main crop is potatoes. What's the name of your small village?
Oh, gods, don't look to me. If I name something, it's
Oh
going to
gods.
be horrible.
So yeah, you're
It's just gonna be oh god.
yeah. Oh gods.
No!
Jods. Oh gods.
And it's spelled really badly because
There-
I don't think we know how to spell.
Oh, shit, we're going to be
What's
a
your
bunch-
intelligence?
Health 11.
You do not know how to read.
Exactly.
And in this
My
game, you need a
goodness.
16 to be able to be literate.
Oh, fuck.
Gravy.
Welp.
You're all illiterate.
Yeah, best I got is 14. That's
Okay.
it.
My
Cat.
backup character can read, but you won't know that until my existing character dies.
Same.
Okay, so you guys live in the small town of Ogods, one word, and you're primarily potato farmers. So, Sume, what do you do in this town?
No, burn the potatoes and run the distillery for the vodka.
So you make the booze, so you're a highly valued member of society. What's your character's name?
Jacob,
And are you human or mutant? Give me a background of his
mutant.
character.
I'm a mutant. I honestly don't know if we're like toxic Avenger mutants.
Yeah. It's usually mutations in this game don't give you very good things, so you guys all kind of rolled pretty good on that. So
You know, like Judge Dredd mutants.
yeah, and you're Jedediah?
Yeah, I named him Jacob, but with
Jacob. Okay, so Jacob, the
Jedediah.
town distiller. Okay. Anything else we should know about your character?
He's pretty. He's
Give me a physical description of your character. So, being mutant, you don't look like a human. So, what makes it like? What other kind of like hideous mutation, freaky mutation that doesn't help you out? Do you have? Give me a physical description.
I want to say I have this like weird mutation thing over my face where it's just like big old skin lump on the where.
You're coming in very quiet.
Oh, I'm gonna. Sorry, how about now?
Much better.
Alright, I'm gonna say I have like this big, weird, like skin lumps. Like my hair doesn't come in right. It's just all kind of lumpy and weird and scaly. Like I want to say that's like all over my body. I'm just like kind of like a walking
So, like
lizard, but I'm not.
toxic Avenger kind of face.
Yeah, kind of, or like Krang from TMNT.
Okay. They call you Krang. All right. Nobody knows why. But there's like one kid that has an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. All right, Buzz. Who is your character? And describe your character and what do you do in this the town of Ogods?
Well, I would expect that, well, my character Ryan, normal human, probably just basic farm worker, just keeping the machinery running.
Okay, so you're a town mechanic.
Yeah.
You fix the plow shears and the plows and the wagons and stuff like that.
Probably more like the tater diggers feel. And
Yeah, so you're the
yeah,
town
so
blacksmith because there's not like you can use the term mechanic, but you don't have any mechanical things in your town. It's like a medieval level technology.
Well, blacksmith is pretty much. Well, I guess that depends on the sophistication. Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood would do. Blacksmith, something like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine that this guy would be terribly in the brute strength, arena.
Okay, put hammer into your inventory.
All right.
Hold on, you find my glasses. It's going to come down as a weapon.
Just like a basic forging hammer.
Yeah. So
That'd be about a 3-pound forging hammer. All right, cool.
oh, here we go. Hammer. Okay, so it's going to be a mace. Club hammers. Okay, I have an attack class of 1. Did you hear me?
Attack class 1.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Weapon class 1. Okay, Cat. What was the name? Your character's name was Ryan Buzz.
Yep.
Okay, Cat. Would you mind describe? Oh, actually, before we go to Cat, what does your character look like? Being a regular ass human.
Damn, just generic dude, I would guess.
He's just.
I can't imagine that this guy is like, okay,
I am standard human number 3, and I swear I am not a robot.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'd figure if this guy's like a blacksmith, he's probably just running around in the usual like blacksmith apron to shield himself from the shards and sparks that come with blacksmithing. And he just doesn't bother taking the thing off.
As bad as it, I can just imagine. Remember the dude from Men in Black?
Give yourself an
with the coveralls and the white shirt. What I picture.
Give yourself an armor class of 8 for the leather. So you basically have leather armor. With your gloves, your boots, and your apron.
Alrighty.
And Sume, you're the distiller, so I'll let you have like 4 bottles of booze. I'm trying to think of any kind of like gear, somebody who distills like I'm pretty sure you just have like a wooden shack with a steel in it. So go ahead and put copper steel in your inventory.
Copper what?
Still. That's what
Okay.
That's what you distill booze with.
Is this like?
Go ahead.
My guy would need like a shop and stuff.
You don't have a shop in this small town.
You
You might
Try
have
that in a small town.
try that in a
like
small town. Blah, blah, blah. I'm scared of cities. All right.
City life.
Okay. Kat. What is your character? Who's your character? What do they look like? And what do they do in this town?
Well, my character is Follette, also known as Folly. The weirdest thing about Folly is she never actually talks to anyone. She carries around a small hand mirror because she has to be constantly checking herself because she can't feel if she gets injured. And as a result of carrying around a mirror all her life, that is the only person she talks to is her own reflection in the mirror. Period. She necessarily had to take up work that is relatively non-hazardous, or at least has very low chance of sudden catastrophic injury, so she cares for animals. Tends to the... Are there horses?
Yeah. I was about to say, put a horse in your inventory.
I will put a horse in my inventory. I'll carry it around with me. And her skin looks... Her mutation is that her skin looks really not like just weirdly colored, weirdly textured, like corduroy. Nothing natural.
That's cool. Corduroy skin.
Wasn't expecting that. All right.
For some reason, I envision it being blue corduroy.
Sure.
All right. Well, as you guys, how do you guys start off your day as we start up this campaign?
Well, we subsist on potatoes, so probably a bottle of vodka and off we go. I don't know.
Why not? A bottle of vodka, off we go.
So, I guess you guys meet up at the distillery. We'll open the scene at the Sume's distillery. Describe your distillery for us. How big is it? I don't. Being post-apocalyptica, kind of like fantasy Mad Max kind of style, mixed with a little bit like it'd be something that'd be like out of like Fallout.
Yeah, and there's 24 of us, so I'm imagining it's been built out of scrap tin metals. You know, that wrinkly kind of looking tin metal. For some of the sides, maybe pallets.
Corrugated steel.
Yeah, corrugated steel pallets. You know, random planks here and there. It does have a roof, but it's probably really leaky. There's also probably, out back built with like pallets and weird random planks, rebar, whatever was salvageable around. It's a potato shed for the story of the potatoes.
Okay, do you have a pub in this distillery? Like for people to come in and drink?
Let's say it's kind of like the local pub distillery. Why not? So it's
all right.
It's like the biggest building in town. So there's like a crude bar with like.
Give yourself a weapon class 2 for knives, like your kitchen knives.
Okay.
And I'll do D6.
Alright, so kitchen knives, you said?
Yes.
And then what were they? Damage what?
Weapon class 2.
Weapon class 2.
Yes.
And then I'm imagining 2.
That basically means you, in D&D terms, that means you have 2 THACO.
Okay, makes sense. Instead of like, bar stools, I'm sure these are like old rusted, like, machine shops type of stools.
You have like old wheels and rims from like these old wagons they used in the old world, like welded together with by the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Cool. So
And then our counter, I'm sure there's like sawdust and hay all over the floor to cover up any
Nice.
vomit or anything.
as you guys are meeting up to get your daily vodka, vodka. The bunch of the old guys are talking in the corner. You hear them like, one of them smoking a pipe, and he's like, "Yeah, very strange stuff happening up in the hills. I heard the town of Cat Scratch just got wiped out by some kind of raiders. I guess they call themselves necromongers." And who comes in first to the place?
I guess I would just say. I'm going to say I sleep there, like in the attic or something.
Yeah, he points his pipe at you, holding the one end. Have you ever heard about these necromongers? I guess they're some kind of death cult going around.
What kind of necromongers is that? We don't have any time for that.
They're supposed to be dealers of death and such. Very dark news coming out of the West.
Who'd want to do that? We're just simple potato farmers.
I don't know. There's not much here, so I don't think they'd be coming our way. But better be careful if you ever go outside the valley. So, who's coming in next? They're talking about this. Some people say they're using artifacts of the old world. They say that Buzz and Cat, you guys hear this?
Mm.
I think Cat would probably make it in before the blacksmith, to be honest.
Probably
if I lived on
sleeping
a
in
farm,
the
I had to be
stables
up in
with
the
the horses
morning.
anyway. So
Yeah, give yourself D6 horses.
D6 horses. Goodness.
Wow.
Now that's your whole farm. I guess you get hired to kind of move stuff around town and all that, like from the fields back to that town.
2 horses.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to say they're chicken lizards. Go with the traveler.
You know what? I like that chicken lizards.
Yeah, what are they called in Final
Oh,
Fantasy?
goodness.
Kokobo?
Cocobos. Yeah.
Chocobo?
Chocobo, yeah.
Cocobos.
Big fucking chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh, I'd
basically
never
big
go
chickens.
hungry.
Now you're hungry. Chicken lizards make you hungry? What other kind of animals do you have on your farm, Cat?
Every farm has to have some form of a feline.
Oh, yeah, that goes without saying. You take care of any other animals?
There might be a goat. I don't know.
All right, give yourself D6 goats.
Woo.
All right. Now these are like half goats, half dog goats, if you will.
Half a dozen goats.
Dog goats.
Goat.
Or are they goat dogs or dog goats?
I like dog goats.
All right, dog goats.
Goat.
All right. I will say that you give yourself a D10 skill in animal handling, and Sume, do the same thing for chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yes, and Buzz, give yourself the same thing for blacksmithing or mechanic, whichever one you want to prefer the term, whichever term you prefer. All right, so there's
The cat wanders in with a mirror in one hand and a lead to a nanny goat in the other.
a what goat?
A nanny goat.
A ninny goat. Okay.
And, one of the mommy goats that provides milk.
Okay.
Dog goat milk, but still,
So is that how you're paying for your vodka? You're gonna milk the goat right there for your vodka.
That's the freshest.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how much are you charging for the vodka? How much? What kind of exchange rate are you going for this one?
Since we got fresh milk, how about a glass of fresh milk with vodka?
So you're doing one for one?
Why
We
not?
should tell him that that's a good deal.
I'll let you guys role play this out, or not. Okay, so What do you guys think about sending somebody out in the outside the valley to see what they can find about these necromongers?
Surely he doesn't think I would go.
Well, you
Polly
are.
says out loud.
Yeah, well, you are the one with the horses.
Oh goodness, I don't want to leave town. I have so many fucking spoons to make for that guy.
Well, you are the blacksmith. You are the strongest, one of the strongest people in town in case something goes wrong.
Vodka's still going.
Yeah. Well, if you don't come back, we can just take over the still. Complete
Here,
silence.
I think they do want to send me.
Oh goodness, don't take over the still. He knows how to make excellent vodka. Please don't mess that up, man.
Give me a chemistry check. Roll a D20. You need to roll equal to or under, equal to, trying to remember, equal to or over your skill rating.
Okay, so just
I need
Oh, excuse
roll
me,
that
equal to or
D10 then.
under your skill rating. Excuse me.
Okay, so this is like old school reverse
Yeah.
where
Yeah, it's like new, but it's going the other direction.
you said a D20, right?
D20. And what's your
Nice.
what's your chemistry skill?
You said a 10, right? So I rolled over
I
it.
said
so
you
it's
need to
probably
roll.
some bad-
You need to roll a D10 to figure out your skill in chemistry.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, roll the D10. And let us know what your chemistry rating is.
I got 3.
3. Okay. So you need to roll a D20. You need to roll a 3 or lower and that means you make good vodka.
Evidently not today.
Oh, he hasn't. He's got a 3 chemistry skill. He hasn't rolled it yet.
Oh man, I rolled some bad vodka for the day.
What did you roll? How bad is it?
19.
Yeah. Well, if you go out, we might be able to get somebody else who makes better vodka over here. Help us out in working on the still. So, but we might be able to pull some resources in on the town if y'all want to go and check that out.
I would never have told him that his vodka is bad.
I've drank worse.
You're like, yeah, I use this to light my forge with.
Hey, it puts tear on your chest.
All right, give me a animal handling check, Cat. See how much milk you get.
Mm.
And you did roll your skill level, correct? What is it?
Yes, it's a whopping 4.
That's not bad.
11. I only missed it by 7.
All right, you get about a cup of milk. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not much, but it's enough to get a little bit of vodka.
I wonder if he'll trade me some vodka for this cup of goat milk.
I'll go rummage around bottom of the lighter fluid. That mean.
All right, about this time, you guys start hearing what you think is thunder from outside of town. It's either thunder or like an animal growling. You're not sure exactly which.
Is thunder pretty common in this area?
Not really. You're up in the mountains, so there's not many storms that come up that way.
Great.
With that sound, I'll put the bottle of lighter fluid / vodka on the table, grab the glass of fresh milk, down it, grab a couple of the chicken knives, and
Kitchen knives, not chicken knives.
kitchen knives. Why not?
You know what? They're chicken knives now. They're decorative chicken knives.
They're
not?
made out of
Like,
chicken as a donut.
Why not?
Just-
My guy dumb. And then I will grab just like some wooden board or something just in case, because thunders and weird sound outside doesn't
All
sound
right,
really good.
that is grabbing a wooden board. That is a club, so that gives you a weapon class 1 with the board. Yeah. Is anybody else doing anything? Buzz is just sitting in the
Ryan
corner.
is going to take a glance to see what the hell's gone wrong this time.
As you're glancing outside, as you guys both kind of come outside the distillery, there's a some kind of weird animal. It's rolling around like a horse, but it's doesn't have legs. And it's puking out like pooping out like smoke everywhere. It's like and there's a guy in like metal armor carrying a banner. Give me an intelligence check.
A guy carrying a what?
He has a big pole with a flag on it that's black with red lettering.
So now, how do I roll an intelligence check? Cause
You roll a d20, and you roll equal to or under your stat.
Ooh.
it's gonna be funny. I got no. Nope. Roll. Sorry.
That was my animal handling check.
I got 5, so I actually got underneath my intelligence.
Okay. Buzz and
I got a 3.
okay, and Cat.
Oh, he's talking to me.
Hey, get a load of this thing.
I did not roll under my intelligence.
Okay.
I only
Buzz,
missed by 1.
you rolled the best there, so you don't know or you don't have a 16 intelligence, do you?
No, I have a 13.
I'm talking to Buzz.
Oh,
Sorry.
never
Oh,
mind.
my guy has intelligence 14.
Okay. You don't know what the banner says, but you do recognize the skull, the red skull and crossbones on there being a kind of a death symbol or a pirate symbol from a bygone age. You've read a little bit of stuff. Not read, but you've heard in stories told by travelers.
Okay, y'all, this guy's either a pirate or he's really into death.
Yeah, he gets off of
Why
his.
someone would be into death? It
I
seems
don't know.
so final.
I don't know. I'm not sure I want to find out, to be honest.
What's
this guy from?
Well, as he rolls right into the middle of the town square, the village is coming out and looking at him and trying to see what's going on. He kind of gives it a little time. He gets off of his steed and goes into the middle of the town and declares with a loud voice, "Oh joy! Your town has been chosen. You are the next on the list for the great journey and pilgrimage to the afterlife. Be prepared. We will be coming back in 2 days, or excuse me, not 2 days, 2 weeks to give you the final judgment and send you on your way to a better place. For this world has been destroyed by those of like us, so we are going to bring everyone across the threshold onto a new world. So this one will not suffer the human and the mutant to live." Hey,
Ryan face palms. This guy is way too into death.
I'm gonna throw a tomato at him like, you don't want none of what you're selling.
okay, give me a 0. So 0. It's he has a. You need to roll a 10 or lower to hit him, or 10 or higher, excuse me, to hit him.
On what?
D20.
I got a 6.
All right, as you shoot, or the tomato shoots out and misses him. He quickly pulls up a crossbow, and I need to do a d20. He pulls up one of those like little hand crossbows, like little kids use, and they all had on their wrists in Mad Max.
Oh God!
Where's my where's the dice rolling channel? There we go. So, what kind of armor do you have on?
Probably just have clothes.
Okay, so you have no armor. You are. So.
Arguably, hopefully, he's wearing pants.
Yeah, but really crude overalls, baby.
Give me just 1 second.
I would sit with no pants there.
9. So he needs a 9 or lower to hit you. Or 9 or higher, excuse me. upper brackets 1d20. He actually missed you with the arrow, and he as he shoots the arrow, it sticks into the wall behind you, and he's like, "Let that be a lesson. Next time, we will send you on your journey." And he hops back on his steed, and it goes fires, or rears up as he takes off, like on its hind, not. It's some kind of mutant beast, so that the legs are not legs, but it's on the back, whatever they are, the mutation, and takes off and just. We both know this is a donut, but does a big donut cookie before he takes off, and goes back into the starts taking off out of town.
That's an odd fella. He was trying to sell stuff. But
Oh, yeah. Something about us needing to die or something? I'm too sober for this shit. What the hell is going on here?
The guy that had the pipe from earlier, the old man who doesn't, he kind of just drinks all day and doesn't actually do anything in town. He's like, "Yep, I bet that's one of them necromongers that people have been talking about. I think we need to do something about them."
So...
I think maybe we should have a town meeting. Y'all want to go and tell the rest of the town to come on in here, and let's figure out what we should be doing about these necromongers.
Yeah.
That's going to be amusing.
Yeah, this ought to be an interesting thing to try to clarify. Goodness.
I'll go hop on a chicken lizard and start riding through town, loudly yelling, "We need to tell everyone that there will be a town meeting in the distillery. I hope they hear us."
You're talking to your mirror.
Yes,
Oh,
loudly.
God. Just go to the middle of the village or some crap and go, "Hey, town meeting." And I'm pretty sure the 24 people will hear somehow.
Give me a charisma check. And who else is going around town telling everybody?
I'm going.
Give me a charisma check. So you need to roll a
D20.
d20. You need to roll equal to or under your charisma.
there's a town meeting.
Terrible charisma. Did it!
Okay, yeah.
I got a 4 or a 6 rather.
All right, give me a d8 roll. All right, you attracted 2 people to the meeting. Who else is the old man, the old kind of village elder who gets drunk all day? Sent the other 2. Are you guys actually going to do it, or are you guys just hanging around drinking vodka?
No, if there's gonna be a town meeting, I gotta get the vodka ready.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a chemistry or intelligence check, and plus your chemistry, and roll equal to or under.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I should do it that way because the old D&D didn't have skills, so I'm trying to figure out how to roll skills.
Okay. I should make that then.
Okay. Give me a D8 roll now that the word's getting out that you're going to have vodka there. Good vodka this time, not the stuff you normally sell.
We got 4.
Okay, you got 6 people, the 24 in town, and Buzz. What does your character do to get people to the town meeting?
Well, I figured he would know where everybody's at and just goes, "Hey, town meeting. We have murder weirdos. We need to, figure a solution for."
Murder weirdos.
They're different from the regular kind of weirdos.
Yeah, I just see like you walking over there like, "Yeah, we got murder weirdos. We're gonna have a town meeting to deal with it. This is a drag."
Well, yeah, the murder weirdo is cutting into booze drinking time. Of course, it's a drag.
You're in a small potato growing village, so there's probably not much else to do besides drink vodka and grow potatoes. All right, give me a charisma check.
Okay, so 1d20, and how does the stat on my sheet work in relation?
You have blacksmithing as a skill, so you don't have any skill to tie into this. So from here on out, I'm gonna, because I'm kind of making this up as I go, gonna add your skill to whatever tied stat. That's what your total, and you have to roll equal to or under. Old school D&D didn't have skills, so.
To be fair, I have no idea.
All right, what's your charisma?
Hang on. That would be 12.
Okay, as you explain to this very like people think you're doing a practical joke, and so some people don't show up. Give me a D8 roll.
F. Okay.
So we already got half the town.
Five.
All right, so we got 10 plus D10 minus 5 show up. So 12, literally half the town shows up. So people were dissuaded from your argument. So yeah, people started as you guys get back. People are already kind of gathered at the. What are you serving besides vodka at your distillery? As Kat or Folly and Ryan show back up to the distillery.
Potatoes.
All right. You've seen Lord of the Rings and like all
Probably
like the
steak
fair
as well.
Forrest Gump kind of like what all you can do with potatoes: boil them, mash them, put them in a pot. Like, how are you doing
Second
this?
fried
Or you just have like
potato.
raw, and you just go over there, just like put a raw potato on each and let them eat it like peanuts. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, we're gonna boil, mash them, grind them up. Have them with peppercorn and you name it. Like whatever kind of potato you can think of, we got it.
You have a smorgasbord of potatoes. Okay.
Got pickled potatoes.
People are starting to trickle in, and you hear people talking like, "What do we do? Are they going to kill the whole town?" I don't know. They wiped out quite a few of the other villages in the valley, so I think we're the last ones left. And people are kind of arguing, and there's even like one fist fight breaks out in the back of the distillery. But yeah, they kind of it kind of solves itself as you're putting out all the potatoes, and I'll leave you guys to the scene. Who's taking charge of this meeting before the old man does?
I'm serving potatoes and vodka. We had some weird salesmen come in today trying to sell us death. We need to put a stop to this.
Somebody in the back is like, "Are we buying death? Like that seems like something weird. Are they killing us or offering to kill other people?"
I don't know. He's just a weird salesman that was waving some pointy stick with a piece of cloth on it on a shitting horse or something. But man, he's a weird guy.
The horse was
I don't
pooping.
think I would want to buy death. I'll
Okay.
get it for free sooner or later.
Yeah, and so are they? Do you think they're wiping out the town, or what do you think is going on? I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, the guy was proclaiming that we're going to be wiped out, essentially. And from what I can understand of what was on the cloth the guy was waving about on the stick, he's either a pirate or he has some very, very extreme intent of killing or something. It's really peculiar.
Education's for the smart people.
A what? What did you say there, young man?
Education is for the smart people that killed the world.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Knowledge is dangerous. Those who have knowledge are the ones who destroyed the world. Yeah, but are these the people that destroyed the world before? Are they from the old world?
Not a clue, man.
But at this point, the old man, who's the old kind of village elder smoking on a pipe, goes, "What we need here is we need to go send somebody out to find out what's going on. Track these necromongers down or these salesmen down and find out what exactly they're up to and what kind of defense we need for the town."
I can't imagine why anyone would want to send us.
Come on. Well, you're the one.
I say to my mirror.
Yeah. I'm just like I'm just saying as a GM, you're like, "Oh, you're really gonna make it that hard for me," which is great. I love it. Well, Miss
Yeah,
Folly,
right.
I mean, out of character, I understand exactly why they would send me. I'm fucking useless.
Exactly.
Oh, you have all the
I know,
animals.
right?
Yeah, you have all
You
the
might as well
animals.
stamped expendable on my head if anyone could read it.
I'm thinking in my head as a GM. Buzz is probably the strongest, being the blacksmith. So go ahead and put +1 strength in your character for being a blacksmith.
Okay.
Unless you're already 18.
At 11.
At 11? Okay. Kat, I'm going to give you a +1 charisma for being able to, since you're used to +1 charisma while dealing with animals. So animals tend to like you. So yeah, I get to see you, Kat, being sent because you have all the animals and know how to use them. Buzz being the strongest guy in town, being in case danger happens, he's there.
Yes, they will want my horses.
So yeah, the old man sits up and he's like,
Folly.
"Well, Miss Folly, I think you should go on this one because you do have all the animals and know how to handle them out there, and it's going to be people are going to need them need those chicken lizards out there, those kokobo, if you would. Hopefully, that's not too much trouble for you, is it?"
I hope he understands that it really isn't.
Okay.
Folly, I hate to cut in, but do you know of a creature that loudly farts, that has strange legs that are circular, that just zips around?
I've never heard of such a creature, have you?
That's why I'm asking. I don't
She's
know.
asking herself. Remember, she doesn't talk to people. She talks to herself in the mirror.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah, that was peculiar.
and well, what was your character's name, Bear or Sume?
That's Jacob. Or Hebediah.
Jacob. Yeah, Jacob. I think you should go because you can supply these this pretty good, and you can help keep people going with your skills in cooking and all. Be more of a. So we got Ryan for the fighting. We have Folly for taking care of the animals, and you to help keep everybody fed and going. Also, everybody else is pretty elderly and broken or sick. So
I hope you bring enough potatoes.
I do too. I don't want what this guy's just selling though. We have enough.
Yeah, if I want death, I'm not.
some
gonna
lady in the
bother
back
buying anything.
screams like, "Oh God, think of the potatoes!"
I just did think of the potatoes. Isn't she paying any attention?
Somebody's calming her down, and she's like, "But what would happen to the potatoes if we leave, or if we're all dead?"
What about the mother's milk?
No matter how long I've been in this village, I still have no idea how peculiar it can be. Okay.
Well, what do y'all think you guys need going out there? We can get you some wood axes if you need some. There also there's an old what do they call that? Them fighting things they use in fights.
Uh,
Weapons.
I figure that we can just go with the bladed sticks.
We
We have
get
some body armor too to protect us, just in case they try to shoot them weird arrow shaft things at us again.
Yeah, that stick thrower was pretty
Extra
dangerous.
skin would be helpful for us.
We need better stick throwers, though.
yeah, we don't have much for weapons in the town. I have some wood axes. We ain't got no swords or nothing. We never had to need them before. You think you can?
Beat them all into plowshares years ago.
Okay,
yeah,
out of
we
character.
we turned them all into
Know what a
plowshares
bow-
years ago.
Out of character, would these folks know what a bow and arrow is?
Yes, the
I
town is
figured.
about a medieval level of technology. So think basically this is like D&D level technology in your town.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dumb as rocks, dude. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah, imagine
figured I'd
like
have,
country bumpkins from a middle of nowhere medieval village that's doesn't have like any kind of like civilization near it, and that's what you got.
Alright.
Okay, but
I think
they
we're
wouldn't
gonna
understand the
bring
concept of.
bows because these guys they have smaller bows.
Yeah, you would
that
have bows and arrows. I would say you would know what a crossbow is. It's not something
okay.
it's not something you would normally see.
Yeah, crossbows. Depending on
You probably don't have any crossbows in town.
This is
But
Yeah.
kind of dubious depending on era and so
okay,
on. So I'm
I'll let you guys. I'll get you guys some bows from our hunting crew. So go ahead and put bow and arrow. Unless you want to make some extras, go ahead and give yourselves 20 arrows each.
And we do understand the concept of like armor, since the guy was wearing
like I said, you're in a medieval level world. You know what armor is.
So we need a second skin, like
You could,
leather skin or
so you
wooden
just mean
skin
son, you just mean armor?
yeah, armor.
All right.
Whatever you want to call that thing is, that second skin that weirdo was wearing, that weird salesman.
Yeah. Give yourself. I'll let you guys all. I think we don't have much in the way of armor. We do have a little bit of like leather that the hunters use it so they don't get injured, and some work gear. But Buzz, or Ryan, you're a blacksmith. Do you think you can make something for everybody?
I have a couple of ideas. I can't imagine sticks are going to do too hot against metal. Might be able to figure a way of sheathing it into the clothing.
Give me give me a strength plus blacksmithing skill check if you're going to build some armor.
All right.
So add your blacksmithing to your strength, and then you need to roll 2.
What was my blacksmithing at? I messed that bit up.
You're supposed to roll a d10.
Okay.
So roll d10, find out what your blacksmithing skill is, and then add that to your strength, and you need to roll equal to or under. And I will give you bonuses if you want to sacrifice Jacob's still to get some metal out of. Like, where are you sourcing the metal from?
Well, typically in any blacksmith shop or thereabout, there's going to be scrap metal that's laying around, scrap steel. Just
all right, I'll say there's enough to make one. You might be able to get one out of that laying around, but you're going to have to maybe look around town and try to find some extra metal outside of what you have in the
let's look
shop.
around town for some scrap metal. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some scrap metal around the
Given that you have a Sume, since you have a distillery, I'm going to give you a D6 skill in which I should have done D6, not D10, but those are your primary skills. So give me a D6 roll, and that's what you have on like negotiation and doing business kind of stuff.
Okay, so like a business skill or
so, and I'll let you do a
got 6.
6? Fucking hell! Yeah, I probably should do D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, give me a D4 roll. That was a little much. Sorry.
I'm not rolling 6.
All right, I'll let you roll at the 6. What's your charisma?
It is.
I can't change it. That's bad GM stuff. So I'll let you keep the 6.
It's 11 actually.
All right, give me a 17 or under roll to see maybe if you want to negotiate with the town about maybe trading some vodka in for metal, so you can make yourself or have Buzz make you a suit of armor.
I got 12, so yeah. So
okay.
I'll trade some of my letter fluid.
You got enough for 2. How are you guys going to... I'll let you guys kind of figure out how you want to do the next one.
Can we milk the horses?
You want to melt the horses down? That makes glue.
I said milk,
What?
not...
I would be more comfortable in chicken lizard skin than metal anyway.
All right,
Won't you tell them?
I said milk, not melt. We're dumb idiot.
All right, so you'd rather have leather armor. Okay, what is... I gotta find my chart here. I got a whole bunch of cheat sheets that I don't know where they're...
Metal has sharp edges. Mother told us not to play with metal.
No, it doesn't go in. You're not putting the metal on yourself. The metal goes into the clothing, not on yourself.
All right, all right, give yourself, I'll say somebody from the town pitches in and makes you a good set of leather armor that they use for hunting and protect from animals. So you have a armor class 5. And Buzz, give me 2 armor blacksmithing checks. Some old lady comes over. She's like, "Yeah, we used to use this one for. I used to use this one hunting. We protect from bear attacks. I'll let you have it since you're going to save the city. Please keep it in good shape. My mother used it before me, and I'd be honored for you to use it."
If only I knew how to express gratitude.
Don't
I
worry.
feel like that would be appropriate.
She kind of touches you on the shoulder, your suede leather shoulders. Don't worry, honey. I understand. We appreciate what you're doing for the town. And what'd you roll there, Buzz or Ryan, for your blacksmithing, trying to make armor for you and what's your total skill on this one? Strength plus blacksmithing?
Got a 17 for that.
Okay, so what's your strength?
12.
12. What's your blacksmithing skill?
I rolled the d10 and got 5.
Okay, so you need a 17.
Yep.
So you have one suit of armor made. So you have a metal suit of armor. What kind of metal do you use?
I would expect probably steel, wrought iron.
Okay,
Whichever.
give yourself a 4 because you barely did it. It's not powered, so you have a 4 armor. And give me another roll for the other suit of armor you wanted to make. And what do these suits of armor look like? I assume they're kind of like just a breastplate. Oh, excuse me, I misread the chart here. Sorry, Kat. You have a 7 armor class. Excuse me. And
7. Noted.
7, or then metal is a 5 armor class. Excuse me.
Check horror containment. I'd figure something closer to the previous post. It seems fairly rudimentary and fairly.
Okay, so you just made like some simple cutout metal plates that are kind of rivet or leather attached by leather, so they fit around you. Remember, we have people watching, so you got to kind of describe stuff instead of posting pictures. They can't they can't see that. We actually have 4 people on the
realm of like contemporary brigandine or something similar, something that is a multi-plate that would be held together and riveted into like a leather jacket or something, or a custom, so that the plates would be overlapping.
Okay, so you're making kind of like scale mill, but in large piece scale. Okay.
More so in the realm of like brigandine, something like that. It's less complex. It's larger plates usually than scale mail.
All right, cool. Yeah, that'll give you guys an armor class of 5. Or that's for that first one, and give me a check for the second one. See if you can build that one.
All right.
Might help if I'm on the right Discord channel.
Got 19.
19. So you're unable to make a second suit of armor. It just doesn't.
18. 1-8.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, 18. You need a 17 or lower. So no, you weren't able to create that one. How do you want to describe how you feel on this one?
Well, I'd figure since we're working with like a fairly primitive level of technology, probably just burn the steel. Just didn't attend to the coal forge long enough or well enough,
so
and the steel just burned.
It became a little bit more brittle.
You can literally burn steel in a forge if you don't pay attention.
Okay, what happens to it when it burns? It becomes brittle, doesn't it?
No, it literally burns. It turns to ash, man.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, you have to be attentive. That's part of the 4Y propane forges are fairly popular these days. But coal forges, have to be attentive. You have to babysit the steel and, well, not let it get too hot.
And each of you get an axe and a bow, which is a weapon class 2. The weapon class 9 is the bow and arrow.
The bow and arrow is weapon class 9.
Yes. Higher the better.
Okay, I missed the axe part.
Axes, wood chopping axes are 2. All right. So the next morning, as you guys meet in the distillery, the old man is sitting there. He shows up a little late, a little hungover. Can I get a vodka there, son? A large?
Yeah. I'll add another vodka. So you want me to roll it chemistry?
No, yeah. Well, yeah. How good is your vodka today?
That's fine based
it-
off of my intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And the chemistry skill,
Yeah, chemistry skill.
but also intelligence, right? Or
Yes. So you add your chemistry skill to your intelligence.
okay, it doesn't have as much heat as the day prior, but I still fail it by 2.
So you have the usual quality. Yeah, he takes a little shot of it. It's like, good as always.
It's literally
From what I hear, the rumors, you want to head out west. The necromongers are moving from that area out here. There's a good valley that they probably move through if they're already this close. You might be able to catch them there. And also, if you he hands Ryan like a bag of gold, a little bag of like coins and gold coins. Give me a D100 roll.
All right.
He's like, yeah, if you come across any people we might be able to hire to help protect our town, let us know. But right now we need you to go out there and find out who these necromongers are and what kind of threat they might represent to the town. You don't need to engage them, but if you can buy them off at that, go ahead and try.
Got 20.
All right, you have to put 20 gold coins in there. And don't spend it on booze. I'll know. Yeah, you just look at him like blankly.
You can buy booze?
Yeah, we don't usually use money in the town, but this is what people out there. You can use this to buy what's called buying things. You exchange these because they're worth they're of value to people, and then you use this to buy items. I mean, we don't really like trade for items, but this is what most people outside of the valley use for to exchange for goods. And you guys both of you guys can hear it. You guys are in the scene, so if you have any questions on that.
okay.
Yeah, and Kat, what kind of animals are you bringing with you?
Well, we definitely are going to need both of the horses.
You only have 2? I thought you had more than 2.
You gave me a D6. I rolled 2.
Okay, I thought you rolled like 6. So, all right.
No, I have 6 goats.
You bring
Any chance we can get a cart that 2 horses could pull? That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, if you're like, you'd have to ask for it, but yeah, maybe ask the old man for a cart. That would work really good. You need to put supplies in anyway.
Yeah, that way. Otherwise, we're stuck with 2 people riding and 1 person walking, and this will take forever.
Yeah. So he's like,
probably want to bring at least a couple of the goats.
all right.
Bring some of the goats.
I'll let you put them down as followers.
Okay.
So
I'll bring 2 chicken. They're not really horses; they're chicken lizards. I'll bring 2 chicken lizards, 2 dog goats, including the nanny goat, so we can get some milk until that stops, and then we can have some goat stew with potatoes.
okay. I'll give you guys, since the necromongers are supposed to be here in a week, I'll give you guys 2 weeks of food for 3 people, which will go in the cart. The old man's like, oh yeah, I got you a chicken lizard cart. I almost said horse cart. Chicken lizard cart out back. We don't. Please try not to get I know they're yours, but the town desperately needs those chicken lizards, so don't get them killed or nothing. So
He should know that I would sacrifice my own life to protect the chicken lizards.
now that's good to know, honey.
Yeah, we need a supply of vodka, so I'm gonna distill up as much as we for 2 weeks.
I'm gonna get Jimmy to run the still while you're gone, so the town will be pretty good. You hear somebody in the back. About time we get somebody to make good vodka. And the old man just kind of looks over and gives him like a stern glare of like, shut up. We're kind of like another guy's like, yeah, we're trying to get him out of town so we can get some better vodka made. Shut up. Don't worry about him, son. But yeah, we got you. We got as much about 2 weeks of potatoes and corn for you guys, or food overall for you guys. So go ahead and put that on your list. Anything else y'all might need before you head out?
Yeah, we need a supply of vodka.
That's your vodka there, son. So you take as much as you want.
So I'm gonna grab as much as we can put on the cart.
How much do you really think you have on hand of vodka in your distillery?
I don't know. Let's just roll, say 3d6 instead. That's how many bottles of it got.
I'll say 3d6 kegs. You know those like little mini kegs?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking bottles, but little mini cakes works. So we got 13 little mini cakes. We'll take 10 of them and leave 3 for the.
Yeah, as you try to grab all of them, the old man's like, "Hey man, hey son, we do need some vodka in town. You can't just take it all. That was made from our potatoes and all."
I'll grab as many as he allows. So
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
However many you pass is how many you can get. So, what's your strength?
I think it's.
Also, I'll let you roll a negotiation roll with them. You get more.
I'll negotiate.
All right, add negotiation on there. But yeah. How do you negotiate with the guy to be able to take more? And go ahead and add.
We're gonna need this if we're gonna be dealing with these salesmen. You know, we need to negotiate.
Okay, I figure that. That's pretty good. So give me strength plus your negotiation skill check. What's your target? What's those combined?
So it's total of 15.
So you need a 15 or less.
All right.
All right, I'll tell you what, son. Well, I'll let you take 10 of them so you can use those for negotiating with these necromongers and anybody else on the road that you might be able to find. But the town's going to need some of that vodka. We use it for more than just drinking, especially if we have a medical emergency or something like that. We're going to need that around. So, 10.
So I have an apprentice or anything?
So, put in 10 gallons of vodka. Each of those little mini kegs are like about a gallon, I think. Anything else y'all need before you go?
What kind of time of year is it?
I'm going to say it's early spring. Since you're in the mountains, the mountain passes are just starting to thaw. So people are able to just now being able to get through the passes.
We need a little bit of more warm clothes just in case.
Yeah, I assume you guys have whatever clothes you need. That kind of goes without saying.
Yeah. We got food. We got chickens. We got horses, a cart. We got vodka. We got some armor. We got some bows and arrows.
Got some axes.
Axes. What else do we really need?
Each of you guys got a wood axe for a weapon.
We're a bunch of dumb hillbillies. Like, what do we really need?
Also, what's actually in the town? Like, you guys are poor or mud farmers, so.
I thought they were a bunch of dumb hillbillies.
All right, let's take a little break. I need to think of the next encounter. If you guys are good for talking the town or ready to leave town, or you guys need anything at all before you guys go.
Oh, we're good to go, and I will start heading up in the direction I think is west. So we will roll 1d4. And
y'all are gonna need to head west, because that's where everybody's been saying all the necromongers are from.
And we're gonna consider one is north, so this is what I think is west.
All right.
So we're gonna be heading north.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay.
I got 7. Wow.
Okay, you know which direction west is. You know where the pass the old man was talking about where be the best place to look for him, because he's like, oh yeah, that's the pass over there is probably one of the few ways in from the west that gets into our valley. Should just now be starting to thaw and allow people through, but still a little early in the year, so I'm not sure. So I'd highly recommend going and looking over there, see if you can pick up their path from that area.
We should grab some rope too, whatever available.
Put a reasonable amount of length of rope. That's
so
pretty.
Like 50 foot.
Yeah, 50 feet of rope. and put in grappling hook.
I was like thinking, wait, dumb hillbillies would have rope or use.
Yeah. That's why I could tell you a whole bunch of things you could probably use, but I'm the GM, so this is up to you.
Yeah.
My guy's gonna bring some tongs with him.
Okay. You want to put in just assorted blacksmithing tools?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
And
Just put tools. Just leave it easy.
and then of course
Anything that's reasonably that could reasonably fit on the wagon that blacksmith would have, I'll let you have it. I won't give you an anvil. I think it's a little heavy.
No,
and big.
that'd be too heavy.
They had miniature carried anvils. I don't know if you would help.
Even those-
varying anvils. Yeah.
Yeah, just put it in your purse and walk off with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, stuff to make a fire, split and steel.
Yeah, general survival tools. I kind of thought those would go.
Yeah.
I thought those would go out without saying, also. But and so put in survival gear, any generic things like it has like sleeping bags, flint and steel. I forgot what the burn cloth, so you can make the fire and all that kind of stuff. Char cloth, yeah, char cloth, yeah. I couldn't remember the name of that. It's been a while since I made a fire with flint.
If you can help it, use a lighter.
Yeah, that's what you normally do. I'm trying to think of anything else on the medieval level that you might have before we take a break. All right, going once. Or you guys know anything else you guys want?
Probably water. I don't know what in the hell chicken lizards would need as far as like general upkeep, though. As far as livestock,
chicken, food. But that goes. You guys have 2 weeks of food to take care of you, the goats, and the chicken lizards.
Okay, just 2 weeks. Just
2 weeks of water, food and water. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's take a break.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, why did that work? No, that's why.
Everybody die?
No, we're on a break.
What?
All right, I'm back.
Hmm.
Got anybody else here back yet? Or?
I'm here.
Look at me and you. All right. I got an idea for the first major encounter. So, no, yeah, we don't have everybody back yet. So, looking over some visuals of Gamma World while we're on break. This is going to be multiple sessions. Yeah. Hopefully I can tie it up in one session. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, we got Cat and Sume back. Okay. I forgot about all the mutant animals in this game. The art in this is just super weird. Like, check this one out. And we don't have anybody watching, so we're good. Boom. All right, so we're back. Your guys are leaving town. The old man, the only one, everybody else is kind of going back to farming and doing their thing. And the old man tells you, yeah, if I were you, I would start with the town of Cat Scratch or that pass I was telling you about. Leave it up to y'all how you want to do that. And with that, he gives you a little salute with his vodka. And as he walks off, and he's like, "All right, pull out the steel, Jimmy. Get it going. We need to get some good vodka here in town instead of all this horse piss."
I'm surprised you didn't let me take it all.
Oh, they do actually need it. So
I figured lighter fluid. Oh, God, how bad I
as you guys leave town, the old mutated trees of the sway in the forest. Where are you guys going? And you come across a few old structures from the old world that have been just rotting decays. The rotting decay of the old world that are of no real value anymore, outside of maybe taking shelter in. You see old rotted out things that look like a lot like the animal, the messenger. Would you guys call him the salesman? Salesman was riding on as you guys make your way. And are you guys going to the pass, or are you guys going to Cat Scratch, the town that was destroyed?
Let's go to Cat Scratch first. Maybe we can see.
Yeah,
the salesmen are still there.
The Cat Scratch was the last town that was destroyed that they were talking about in the bar. I just kind of mentioned that when as the guy left sent you off to kind of remind you about that one. I'm not like, hey, go to Cat Scratch. But then there's the major pass in the west that goes into the valley that you guys your town is in. He said the old man said that would be a good place to kind of start searching for him, as that's the only really way into the valley from the west. So you're going to Cat Scratch, or I'll let you guys talk it over, figure out what your move is as you guys are traveling west throughout the ruined, mutated forests of Gamma World.
I figure let's go to Cat Scratch, see if the dust salesman's still there.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do when we encounter him? Like, here's our formal declaration. We're not interested in whatever the fuck you're waving about on that stick.
Well,
Exactly. We don't want whatever you were selling.
what you're trying to do, your mission is to go out there, find out what you can about these necromonders, and report back. And Ryan, the village elder, gave you that bag of money to see, like, to hire either people to help protect the town, or maybe even see if you can buy off these necromongers. And maybe if you can buy them off, they won't destroy the town.
Hang on, was Cat Scratch already destroyed or damaged?
Well, that's what the rumor is. That Cat Scratch has already been destroyed, but you might be able to find a lead of tracking down these necromongers from there. Is what the old man was telling you.
So we
Well,
need to check out Cat Scratch first.
yeah,
Yeah, you
let's
don't
get
have
in-
to. I'm just reminding you that like that's a lead.
It seems to me that if these people deal in death, then to buy them off, we might have to offer them death.
Yeah, I ain't any good at that. I'm good at building stuff. So
Can you, I wonder if he would be able to build death.
We could build death, I'm sure.
Ryan sarcastically does some sort of mystical finger wiggling. Ooh, death. Looks like I failed at that, y'all.
Is he being funny?
It's called sarcasm, miss. Although I think we need more info about these necromonger dudes. They are rather rude. Hell,
Yeah.
if Cat Scratch is in good shape, might have an answer as to how to get rid of these guys so I can get back to making spoons. I'm pretty sure I have like another dozen that I have to make for Jake.
I gotta be stocking up the vodka for the stills. The quicker we can deal with these guys, the better.
Yeah, and well, hell, we're gonna have to start planting soon, otherwise we ain't gonna have anything in the cellar during winter. Hell,
Also, who has the armor? The metal armor?
I guess I do, because I didn't have any.
Well,
Yeah.
Ryan made it, so I'm not sure who he gave it to. If he's
I don't
keeping it
know.
or giving it to you.
well, I'm not sure. Well, I'd figure the armor would have to be suited to conform at least one of y'all. I don't think it would be well engineered to be universal, so it'd have to be one of y'all.
You can make it universal enough. So, all right. So you're giving it to because Folly has she wanted leather armor. So yeah, I guess yeah. Put yourself in as armor. I forgot what I said earlier. I'll find
I
that.
believe you said 7 for the chicken lizard armor and 5 for the metal stuff.
Okay, cool. So 5. You have a 5 armor class.
Random metal plates.
Yeah, you basically have a metal breastplate, makeshift.
Sexy.
All right. So you got which? So where are you guys going first?
Thought we were going to Cat Scratch.
Yep, we need
Okay.
info.
As you guys get go to as you guys are approaching the town of or the village of Cat Scratch, it's known as being a little bit bigger than yours, and they're kind of uppity about it. They kind of think they're like the center of the valley and where everything goes down over there. They also have a theater that other towns don't, so a lot of towns travel there to go and watch the shows. It's also a center of gambling too, as a casino.
Is there an old song about the desire to go there? Cat Scratch Fever?
Strangely enough, there is. There's an old folk song. It's called Cat Scratch Fever, sung normally sung with banjos and violins.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys get close, you smell the smell of smoke in the air. You don't hear. You're still pretty far outside of town. There's strange tracks that are kind of leading into town that look the same as that were left by the animal the messenger salesman was on.
Okay, I guess
Uh,
head that
hey,
way.
Jake, I think we oughta slow and take this a bit more stealthily. Otherwise, we're gonna get into something that looks like whatever the hell that that farting animal made whenever it was in town.
Yeah, the weird farting animal.
I think that's what medieval folk would,
Yeah.
well,
I've been
discern
describing
such
it
a
as an
thing
animal to you, so yeah.
Yeah, the weird farting animal. So yeah,
I
so is
think
there
I
like
did
a
say it was
ride?
pooping smoke. So
Yeah, you said it was pooping smoke. That's why I said the pooping animal earlier. So is there like a rise or something that we can kind of get a lookout or a hill or a tree or something
Give me a navigation and give yourself +1 navigation for figuring that out. That's how I'm going to kind of level you guys up to stories. Like as you guys figure out things and do stuff, I might give you a bonus here and there. So give me
So
intelligence
navigation
plus navigation. So +1 on your intelligence roll.
Okay.
Remember, you're rolling equal to or under the skill.
Okay. Well, I beat that because I had a 12 total.
Okay, yep. You actually roll pretty good. You don't find a bluff, but you find an old pine tree that instead of needles, it has on the ends it has razor blades on the ends to protect it. But on the inside of the behind, instead of leaves, it has little razor blades. But there's not very many. You can safely climb up it and get a look into town as long as you don't go on the ends of the branches.
Yeah, so I'll try to climb up that.
Okay, as you get up, you get a pretty good look inside of town. You're pretty far off. You're good, like maybe 300 meters away from the town. And as you look in, you see that the town has pretty much been burned down. There's a few wagons hooked up to like those animals you saw before. There's 2 of them hooked up to a wagon, and there's 2 of those messengers in metal armor, and 1 guy in black robes overseeing everything. And you see dead bodies everywhere, and the few towns members that are still left are loading up the all the food and anything of real value onto this wagon. You only see the 3 of the salesmen in the town. They're wearing 2 of them wearing black metal armor. One's carrying a sword. The other one's carrying a axe, and they both have on their wrists. They have those in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, how they all have those little small wrist crossbows.
Yeah. Okay.
They have those on their offhand. There's big. The 2 metal guys have big like horsehair mohawks coming out of their helmets. Their armor is like scorched black, but the horsehair helmet's red. And they're wearing all the cloth that's under their black armor is kind of like a blood red color. They have some writing on the. One of them's carrying a shield that has some kind of writing on it. But being illiterate, you're unable to read it. It's a octagonal kind of shield, so it's kind of like a round they can fight around.
Okay, I kind of got the impression they look like what was that Riddick movie, Chronicles of Riddick, where that.
Well, I'm stealing the name Necromonger from them and stealing that, but they don't look like that. A lot of they look more like they have more kind of a Mad Max black armor look to them. Like it's more patchworked armor. Like it's not like they forged the armor. So it's the armor's made of like bits and pieces of black metal that they have found, not really like actual like medieval armor.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say like I got that impression that they're
they're death salesmen. That's what literally.
Necromonger
Monger means somebody who sells something, so necromonger would mean death salesman.
Yeah,
death merchant.
I had the impression that they were like a cross between that Riddick one and then like Mad Max. What you said,
that's a good description. A cross between the necromongers from Mad Max, or necromongers from Chronicles of Riddick, and the random road warrior number 3 or like Iron Bar from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Random raider from like Fallout.
Yeah. So like a lot of their armor, they're put together. You can tell like more like the Legion from Fallout.
Oh, the Roman Legionnaires.
Yeah. So they're trying to be uniformed in their appearance. Like a lot of it's patched together. Armor of things that are found. I don't want to go too big in description because your characters don't know what they are, but yeah, they're like different patchworks of different types of metal and like the body armor stuff from like sports games and stuff like that. Not really medieval armor, but it's all been painted black, and then like their underclothing is all red, so it's black on red. With
so it's more like the guy from Road Warrior. Remember the one that had like the gimp dude chained up, and he was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on a
yeah, like
motorcycle.
that,
Kind
yeah.
of like, yeah, okay, yeah, I followed you.
So there's two of those guys inside town. One has an axe. The other one has a sword. Uh, one of them has a shield that has some kind of writing across, an octagonal shield with writing on it. Being that you're all illiterate, you can't read it. The There's a banner that's hanging, it's mounted on the wagon that looks just like the one that the salesman who came to your town before had. There's currently, give me a D8 roll. There's currently D8 survivors from the attack who are loading up all the. There's currently two survivors in town who are loading up all the valuables that are left in the town onto the wagon, and there's a guy in black robes. He has his hood up. You can't really see his face. He's kind of wearing like priestly robes, kind of like cliche wizard number 3 from D&D. But they're black, and he's kind of yeah. He has Grim Reaper kind of status. What you can see of when he points with his hands they seem rather skinny, and they're like almost albino white.
Creepy, okay.
And most of the town, most of the village buildings are either burned down, smashed. There's dead bodies everywhere, with like they've been stabbed and cut up. There's currently one of the two surviving townspeople are crucifying the dead bodies outside of town. The kind of in the little town, or both sides of the. He's been tasked to hang bodies from the trees that go before you go into town on each side of town. About the size of like every single like old west movie town. Not very big. They have but this town is big enough to have a crossroad in the center, unlike your town, where they where they have the casino and the theater.
It's a pretty big town. Is there any tracks or anything from those wooden or are they metal pooping horse animals?
Yeah, you saw a lot of tracks that were just like the ones that were left by the animal that the salesman rode into your town. The smoke farting animals that you're unfamiliar with. There's currently two of them tied to the connected to the wagon, and a third one that's out by itself.
I'll climb down from the tree and I'll be like, well, it's like they burnt down Cat Scratch.
Oh.
There's it looks like there's two people, and then there's two more of those weird salesmen, and there's another one in looks like black robes. I'm not sure what he's doing, but his hands were all pasty white, so I guess he's like a weird baker or something, you know? Maybe he was baking the town. I have no idea.
That's concerning. Hang on, so there's only 3 attackers, and they did that all to Cat Scratch?
All that's left in Cat Scratch. You can kind of tell the town has been destroyed. Or Sume, your character would realize this town has. It's been probably a day or two since the town has been burned down.
Okay.
This is not This is not the main force of necromongers.
Gotcha.
Okay, so there's only 3 of these guys left, right?
Yeah, from what I saw. And one's like a weird baker.
What'd you say, Folly?
Is he proposing that we attack them?
I have a couple of ideas. But, yeah, sadly, it ain't a peaceful endeavor from the look of it. We need answers from those that are cooperative.
I wonder if we can get him drunk.
I hate to be that guy, Jake, but your booze is suited for those got hair on their chest. Otherwise, folks that go around burning villages ain't passing as such. We might be able to do something with it, though. It is pretty flammable.
It's pretty potent booze, I know.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
You guys gonna go full Dukes of Hazzard and like flaming arrow that stuff?
Just thinking that when I thought about it, I'm like, well, I'm gonna grab the vodka and then we can make one of all cocktails.
Oh, I'm fairly confident with how much smoke is coming from that village. All we need to do is douse these guys in a bit of your excellent handiwork and just let nature take its course. Or we can hurry things along with, well, a burning arrow or some other means of bringing fire, well, straight to 'em.
Okay, how are you guys making the burning arrows? Because you have 20 arrows each. You have the materials. So give me, be an intelligence. I can either take chemistry or blacksmithing. See how many you can make before you attack.
I guess chemistry.
I'm not sure which one's better for you guys, though. I'm not looking at
Unless
character
your
sheets.
blacksmith's better than my chemistry.
I don't know what that's in relation to.
Be intelligence, unless you get. And I'll use traveler rules. So if you can justify using something better, go ahead.
It might be a total of 14.
Buzz, what's yours?
Okay, I have intelligence 14 and 1d10 of blacksmith.
All right, you rolled your 1d10 before. What was it?
Who or what?
You rolled your d10 earlier. What was your that? It's not 1d. You rolled that. You rolled what your skill is. Your skill was at 1d10. Whatever you rolled, that's what your skill was at, not 1d10.
Oh, that's okay. So then the addition is the intelligence.
Yes. So what's your blacksmithing at? I have it here. Oh no. I'm looking through the dice rolls right now. You're supposed to write that down before.
Oh, okay. It's a static thing after.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say 3 off the top of my head. So add 3 to it. To your intelligence. So write down 3 blacksmithing. I can't find it, so. Oh, here it is. 5. No, that's not it. No, never mind.
Oh, I kept. I wasn't familiar, and I just kept on rolling it each time, assuming that was how it was working.
You have a static. It's a static skill, so I can't.
Yeah.
Let's just say 4.
Sure.
I'm going to split the difference between 3 and 5. So we'll put you at 4. Because I see multiple rules here. So what's your intelligence?
Okay. Intelligence 14.
14. So you have a total of 16. So which skill? Who's rolling this?
I guess the blacksmith would be better than me.
Yeah. What you had? You had 14. Doctor
Yeah.
And Ryan had a 16. So Buzz, your character Ryan has the better skill. So whatever you roll, that whatever your using traveler rules, whatever your effect is how many arrows you can make before the battle. Flaming arrows.
Okay, so 16 d6 or d.
No, you roll d20, and you want to roll equal to or under your skill. So you have a 16. So whatever you roll under 16 is how many arrows you can make. So roll a d20. All right, 8. You have a total of 16. 8 minus 16 would be 8. So you guys have 8 flaming arrows to use.
Nice. Now, how do we want
Okay.
to bring death to the death salesman like that?
Well, I say one of us douse these guys by one means or another. How is the booze contained? Is it something glass or what?
They're in like 1 gallon kegs. So little wooden kegs that are about 1 gallon size.
Oh, that's not going to break with ease.
I'll give it to you for fucking coolness. We're using movie rules on this one, all right?
All right, that works for me.
Jake, how good are you with a bow and arrow?
That be based off of, I guess.
Everybody's the same, so you would need to roll a 9. 9 minus 0, so you'd need to roll a 10 or lower to hit.
Is there any bonus for dex or anything?
No. This isn't 5e.
Well, I'm figuring that
They
I
started
can.
using those proficiencies in third edition. And I'm not playing the
Yeah,
rule. I'm not playing the rules by the book because the rules are slightly different in Gamma World. So, and I don't want to have to read through rules, so I'm kind of making this just roll. I'm rolling the under rule, but I think you're supposed to roll higher in this. So I've got it under control. I got a consistent system in my head. So
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. That's why I was asking. I guess any of us.
We're all on an equal footing.
Well, we all have to hunt, of course.
yeah, it does
So
look.
yeah.
You know, how about we all shoot flaming arrows? That way, we have a better chance.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
As a GM, my question is, how are you getting these barrels all over the place? You would have to go into town.
We could just roll them in. Like, roll them in.
Roll in.
Roll. Yeah,
barrel.
like
You could sneak into town. You could just walk in there and start chucking them around, then start shooting them while you have somebody hidden. Like, yeah, you guys are supposed to be making a plan here.
Okay. Jake, is there a hill in town? Might be able to just kick one of these down the hill if these
Yeah,
guys are at the bottom.
did I see a hill?
You're in the inside the valley, but give me a navigate. Whoever had navigation before I gave, give me a navigation check.
I got a 13, and that's what.
And
So I failed it by 1 then.
you filled it by 1. There's no hill. It's kind of a flat area.
But is there a slope going into the town? I guess.
I just told you no. You failed your check
Okay.
to find one, so no, there's not.
Gotcha.
It's a flat. It's the town is rather flat.
Okay,
All right.
that beats that.
I'm not sure how sneaky I can be with a keg, though. I figure one of y'all can.
I'm not going to give you negative. But
We could always just roll the cart into town. Gunpowder is just looking like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, them old folks are gonna be pretty pissed if we wreck their wheels.
you can sneak. A standard sneak roll would be just dexterity. Let me guess. Do you all have like really bad dexterity?
I'm gonna grab a keg and try to sneak in.
All right. How many kegs
I
you
have
take
a
on?
dexterity of 12. I have no idea what that means as far
And
as.
I don't know how big they are, so
They're like the size of like a gallon of milk, but made of wood and round.
I will grab one in each hand.
All right, give me a dexterity roll, and go ahead and add one sneak to your character sheet. So you now have sneak 1.
I failed it by 2 or by 1 then.
All right. As you're sneaking through town, I'll let you place 1 before you're caught. Where do you place it?
It said sneak 1, right?
So you have like it's a small town with like it's laid out in kind of like an X pattern with the theater and the casino on opposite kind of kitty corner from each other. Then you have the tavern and the city hall that are all kind of in the main square. And then there's a whole bunch of burned down buildings that go on either side and the outside. Currently, the salesmen are in the town, the center of town, right in that intersection.
And how many sneak did you say I got?
You got 1 sneak skill.
Yes, I did fail it by 1. So I will put it as close as possible, out of sight, hopefully, to the metal pooping horses.
Okay, as you plant it and start walking away, you hear you don't hear it more than feel it. You kind of like hear a voice in your head that says, "Who are you and what are you doing by our wagon?"
That's odd.
That is odd.
Is this him or all of us?
Just him. They don't know you. They don't know you guys are there.
Okay.
I assumed unless you guys snuck in too. So As you're, what were you going to say to it?
I'll think back. I'm just a vodka salesman. I heard we need more vodka.
Oh wait, didn't one of you guys have reflection? The reflection thing?
Oh, I do have the reflection.
Oh, okay, you have that.
the other
Okay,
guy.
so
Never
yeah,
mind,
you're
that's
good.
the other
You're
guy.
good. Oh, okay.
That's the other guy. Sorry.
I was gonna say maybe somebody else can hear this. All right.
No, this guy has some time field manipulation if I get to an 18 intelligence.
As you say that and look up, the guy in the robes is walking towards you, and you hear in your head again. Why would a vodka salesman sneak in like a thief in the night?
You got burned my best customers, man. Why you're a bad baker.
He holds up his hands and kind of does kind of raises them up so he looks like a Y, then kind of like points at you. The two other salesmen in armor start moving towards you in a rush. What do you do?
So I do have one of the barrels left.
Yes.
And
I'm going to say that you guys have snuck up. The other two of you, Ryan and Folly, have snuck up enough to be able to kind of like watch you guys in town, but are kind of hidden off the outskirts of town.
Range.
Okay, I'm going to toss.
If you want to get narrow range, give me a dexterity check. And
I'm going to toss.
and I'll give you +1 sneak.
I'm going to toss
to both of you.
Yay!
Sume, give me a second. Let me finish talking to them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So give you Ryan and Folly +1 sneak and skill, and so that'd be all of you have 1 sneak.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and roll sneaked if you want to get into missile range or bow range. And as they roll that, Sume, what does your character do as they start rushing you?
I'm going to toss the remaining gallon of vodka at the guys running at me, and then I'm going to run as far away as possible to have like the biggest building I could hide behind.
To 5, give me you need a 13 or less to hit.
All right.
And who were you throwing it at? You throwing it at the guy in the robes or one of the two guys in armor? There is one of them does have a shield, so
I'm going to throw it at the guys in the robes. That guy's creepy.
okay. So the guy in the robes. Okay.
I got 18, so I fail it badly.
All right. You don't hit him. It kind of you pull it over your head and you chuck it, and it goes flying. And he just kind of he has a look of confusion and disappointment on his face as he just kind of like sidestepped and it goes past him. And what'd you guys roll on your sneaking?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Is that under your dexterity? Plus
Yes.
sneak? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are not spotted as you sneak into bow range. And everybody roll a d20. AK, initiative!
Oh dear, I'll have to put my mirror down to shoot.
Good grief.
$17.
Yeah, I got 19.
Okay, the guy in the robes goes first, unless somebody got less than 2. What'd you roll, Cat?
Nope.
6, 17?
I got 6 again.
Okay. The guy in the robes, you see him, he holds up his hand and you see electricity, like light. Sorry, you don't know what electricity is. Lightning start going through his fingers, between his fingers, and he points it at Sume. And what is your armor rating, Sume? I think you got the armor?
5. Yeah, it'd be 5.
5, so I need a 13 to hit you. $11. You get hit by a bolt of electricity as it flows through you. You take, what is electricity damage? You take D12 damage. And next goes to the other guy as your.
How much damage?
I'm sorry, say again. I can't hear you.
How much damage did I take?
I'm about to roll that 1d12.
Okay.
You take 12 damage. Damn.
Damn.
How many hit points do you have?
I have 45.
Okay, cool. All right. And the other, so nobody has less than, did anybody roll less than 10 for initiative? I think, Kat, you did? 6?
Yes, I did.
All right. What do you do with your, what do you do as as you're hiding in the ruins of the town? Where are you hiding at? Like, describe what you're doing as you sneak into town and take into bow range.
Well, I've never snuck before, but it seems the best thing to do would be to keep something large in between me and the people. So, I'm probably crawling around the burned out ruins of a building.
Okay. And what's your action this combat turn?
I want to gently place my mirror down so that it doesn't get harmed, and then shoot the guy that just made light with his fingers.
Okay. He has a armor of no protection, furs and skin. 8 to, what was your weapon class with the bow?
The weapon class is 9.
So 8 to 9. You need a 10 or less to hit him. Are you using a flaming arrow or just a standard arrow? There's also, not too far away, a keg of explosive vodka.
I think I'm going to use one of the flaming arrows on the wizard guy.
Okay, not the keg.
Well, the guy's in a row.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah, it's close to the guy.
I'm more worried about him because he's shooting light at my friend, and that seemed like it hurt. Wait, I couldn't.
Yeah, it definitely hurt.
Fathom that. He reacted to it very badly. It must have hurt him. I don't understand. Nothing seems to ever hurt me, but you said I needed a 10 or more?
Yep, you hit him.
You do 4, so no.
You need to roll under.
Oh, well, I rolled under.
Yeah, that's what I say. You hit. Yeah, like I said, it's a little different than regular D&D. I learned that. I thought it was just like regular D&D, but it's not. This is I actually haven't played this since I was like 12 years old, so bear with me.
Yeah, I've actually never played Gamma World before. So.
All right, so for small opponent, larger opponent, give me D6. You do D6 damage.
Okay.
Oh, this is burning. Give me a D8.
All right, 4.
All right, you do 4 damage to the guy that the arrow sticks in his back. He's like, ah! And everybody hears, "I've been shot." He doesn't hear it, but so much as feel somebody say that.
Okay. Everybody, wait.
I wonder how you can tell.
Weird.
Yeah. Does anybody have less than 10 on their initiative?
Nope. I got a 17.
All right. The necromonger or the death salesman with the without the shield goes charging at Sume. What is a? He has an axe 2 to 5. He needs a 12 or lower to hit. Only a D20.
Yeah, I do have the metal armor. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, I added that. You have a 5 armor class. All right, he misses as he comes in with a wood axe to try to hit you. And I believe Sume, you're up.
I got a 19.
Yeah, we're
Sorry,
low. Remember in this game,
No, I had a 19. Sorry, I had a 19.
Lower's better in this one. So I think Dr. Yang, you had a 17, and Sume, you had a 19, yep. Correct?
Yeah, I had a 19.
All right, so you go Sima with the guy with the sword. All right, but as a player, because you're a player, I'll let you go before the other guy.
Okay.
Now this is Ryan. As you're sneaking through the buildings to get in bow range, a lightning bolt strikes out and zaps Sume as another guy tries to hit him with an axe. Folly has popped up from one of the ruins and shot the guy in the robe in the back with an arrow. What do you do? There's also a keg of very flammable vodka not too far away from the guy with the robes.
The one that was tossed to the side that missed the dude in the robes, did that already bust up?
No, it's sitting next to him about maybe, I'd say probably 5 to 7 feet away. There's also another one underneath that Sume placed underneath the wagon.
The one that was tossed at the robed dude, is that one further away from Sume's character?
Yes. Sume's not too far away from the wagon, so he'd probably be in the blast radius of the one underneath the wagon, but he wouldn't be in he chucked the other one at the guy in the robes who's pretty far out there, so you could probably shoot that without hitting Sume. Because it sounds like you want to blow it up, so.
Yeah, the only reason the internal canon is that Ryan is fumbling with a flamed arrow. Go out of the village, they said. Go and sort the death dudes, they said. He's sort of just sitting up against
Wasn't
a wall.
even supposed to go to work today.
I have so many fucking spoons to make, and these fucking idiots decide to ruin my village. For fuck's sake. 1d12? Oh, not 1d12.
1d20.
1d20.
Yes.
Yep.
Pretty much everything works up a d20. To do anything, you roll a d20.
This is aimed at the keg that was tossed at, the robed dude, one flaming arrow. That's a 15.
What's your weapon class?
I have no idea what
I told you what the weapon class was earlier for a bow and arrow. Kat, you remember what? 9. You have a 9 weapon class? Yeah. So, armor class 1, 2... You need an 18 or lower to hit this. Pretty easy target.
I got 15.
Alright, 15. As you hit it, the massive amount of alcohol is basically just ethanol in this. The keg explodes with a huge amount of flame. You think to yourself, I've been drinking that this whole time? As it engulfs the...
This is the best stuff ever if it can do that.
Basically just going to say it's gasoline.
Hell yeah.
You can power those animals off this stuff if you need to. The keg, remove one keg from your inventory, and the keg explodes with, let's see, where is on here that's, of course you don't give me anything that's other than medieval stuff. I'm going to say you hear a screaming in your head as the robed figure catches on fire and starts running around flailing. And then the other person, since Sume, you're the only person he can see, he charges in and tries to attack you with a sword, which is better than what you guys had before. Attack 3 to... You have armor 5, correct?
Yeah.
Armor 5, he needs a 10 to hit you. 19, he comes in and stabs you for... How much damage does a sword do?
Did he miss, though, with a 19?
6. So, D6. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. He misses.
That's why I said,
Yeah, I forgot. It's not higher, it's lower. So, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So, he misses you with the sword, but he raises his shield like he's ready to fight. And this goes back to Sume. Oh, no, the wizard's on fire, so he doesn't get to go. Or the robed guy. He's out of action as he tries to roll on the ground. One of the townspeople are like, "Roll, you fool!" Trying to tell him to roll, but he's actually just like just running around.
I have the two guys near me.
Yeah, you have the two guys in armor fighting you. They're in hand to hand with you. You're right next to the wagon, and you're and what's it called? The keg that you placed underneath the wagon before you got seen.
I'm gonna try to distance myself from the wagon.
Okay, give me a dexterity check.
All right, because I don't want to be anywhere near that. Because I'm hoping that our blacksmith will set that on fire also.
Polly's out there too. Your town animal.
Yeah, and the 10 animal herder. I got a 13, and my dex is 15.
15. Okay.
Excellent.
You're able to roll it. You're able to. I'll say you're able to get about 2 meters away. You get a differential or effect of 2. So I'm gonna. You're still close enough. It might hit you, but you might not. So what? If they do shoot it, what I'm gonna have them do or have you do is roll a initiative check to try, or not initiative check, a dexterity check to see if you can get outside the blast.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. The other guy with the as you run away, he gets he tries to close, or he chases after you. The guy with the axe, and you have armor 5.
Yeah.
He has an attack of what is a wood or an axe, battle axe. 2 to 5. He needs a 12 to hit you. I think I did it wrong last time. I got a little chart here I'm looking at. Armor class 5 to 2. He needs a 13. That's I did it wrong last time. 12. He does hit you for 8 d8 damage. You take 2 more damage. As he hits you in the axe, he hits you right in the meaty part of the thigh, as it cuts a gaping wound in the side. Your blood comes gushing out. And who was up next? I do believe Kat was. Folly's character. As 2 people are in. One person is not in hand to hand with. As Sume almost got away. He got a pretty good distance. His differential, I was going to do 1 meter per differential, so he's about 6 meters from the keg. The other guy, one of the armored guy with the shield and the sword, arguably the more dangerous guy, is standing right next to the wagon where Sume was, where the keg is. And Sume is fighting another guy in armor who's swinging an axe at him. Those guys
If I blow up the keg, wouldn't it also blow up the wagon?
Yes, most definitely.
But that's not our wagon.
No, it's not your wagon.
Oh, excellent. Let's try and shoot the keg.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh yeah, I forgot you talked to yourself. Armor class 1 to attack 8. You need an 18 or lower to hit it.
I think I can manage that. Ooh, that should be some kind of a crit.
Critical hit! Sorry, Sume, this thing's blowing up big.
It's okay. I was expecting to die. Anyway.
When you hit it and the wagon explodes, there must have been something that was explosive in the wagon, and it has a huge explosion. The guy next to it is blown apart. You see his body parts and armor go flying everywhere. I'm going to do a d20 damage on both of you guys. Sume and the other guy he's fighting with take 9 damage. That'd be 13 in total. And Sume, are you still alive, or did you get blown up?
I'm still alive. Witness me.
They go flying through the air and land in the mud, the ashen mud of this burnt town. And Sume, as you killed the other guy, it's your go.
I'm going to roll around in the mud and try to put off any remaining fire.
It's Buzz's turn, not yours.
Okay.
You just went got blown up and sent face first in the mud of the streets. Same with the other guy. So there's one guy on the ground. Yeah, he doesn't have much health left, but yeah, he's about halfway dead. Good job.
Yes.
I'm going to give you
All
plus
right.
1 explosives, Kat, just for that one.
Ooh,
For that critical hit.
nice.
For being, or if you can think of something more applicable to that, but I'm just saying explosives. So if you want to build bombs or something.
That makes sense. I've learned a thing or two about blowing things up.
Yeah. Things you know how things go boom now after that.
Yes.
Any
Okay,
one-liners
so
to yourself as you blow this wagon up?
That
You are.
was remarkably effective.
Do you ever answer
Okay,
yourself
so is
too?
Senator Palpatine still on fire?
Yeah, he's not doing good. He's not standing up anymore, but he is on fire. There is a guy on the ground that Sume was fighting with that was wielding the axe.
No, is he sprawled on the ground too?
Yeah, he's trying to get back up. And there's a
Um,
dead guy who became a pink mist.
oh goodness. The dude with the axe. Yeah, Ryan's going to shoot him with a flaming arrow next.
Okay. So that is attack 8 against armor 5. You need a 14 or less to hit. Sorry, it has one of those little charts that you look up the armor class and the weapon class, and you gotta figure out where to connect. So 5. All right, you hit him. Give me a D8 damage.
Oh boy, here we go.
Missing argument.
Yeah, that one's my bad. Hang on.
What? Missing argument notations. Did you write that in, or did it just go weird on us?
Oh, I mistyped.
Okay.
6.
20. He's not dead yet, but as he hit him with the back of the burning arrow, he's like, "Ah, the threshold! Take me to the threshold!" And without the axe, he he pulls the arrow out of his back and is using it as a shank. And Sume, your go. You there? No, I think we lost Sume.
Oh no!
Now, if we go, did anybody check the lost and found for Sume?
Am I here?
Yep, I can
Am I
hear you
working?
now. Yep, I can hear you.
I'm gonna pull myself up, scream, "Witness me!" as I pull out one of the chicken knives and try to finish this guy off.
Okay, so yell "witness me." I'm gonna have to require that one, and I will give you +2 damage. Actually, I'll give you plus D6 damage. I'll just move you up a dice as long as you yell "witness me."
I don't want to scream it on Discord, so
Well,
witness me.
Yeah. All right. What was the weapon class of your knives?
I think it was 2.
2 to 5.
Yeah,
You
it was
need
2.
armor class armor class 5 to weapon skill 2. You need a 13 or lower to hit.
I missed with a 15 then.
As you stab him in the armor, it just goes chink, and it doesn't stab him. And both of you kind of have like a little moment of like, what the fuck? And yeah, he grabs the shank and goes after you. He's like, "I wanted you to take me to the threshold," and tries to stab you with a knife. Or I'm going to use it as a knife. It tries to stab you with the arrow. Excuse me, the arrow. You have armor class 5 to 2, so he also needs a 13 to hit you. 17. Apparently Ryan made some really good armor as it tinks off your breastplate. Chink!
So we
It
have
gets
like a
stuck.
dude-
It gets stuck in the armor and breaks off, and all he has left is a little shaft of an arrow.
Do we have like a really bad dude knife fight going on?
Yeah, you have like the most pathetic knife fight going on, and you're like 2 3-year-olds with sticks trying to figure out what knife fighting is.
Yeah, it's like slap fest.
Yeah. I see you're a master too. But nobody's actually hitting anything. All right, Buzz, I believe, or is it Cat? No, Cat, you're up.
Well, having blown up the barrel, I guess there's no more barrels to blow up.
No.
And we only made 6 flaming arrows. I've used my 2, so I'm guessing I don't have any left.
You have one more. I'd assume you split them up
8.
evenly. 8. So yeah, you have 2 more left each. Or you have 2 more left, and Buzz has fire 2, so 2 and 2.
Well, these things won't use themselves. I'll go back to shooting. I'm still very concerned about that robed person. I think someone said he was a baker.
Yeah, he's currently on fire, like laying on the ground. He's not. You don't hear the screaming in your head anymore.
Well, then he's probably less dangerous. I should shoot at the metal-clad gentleman.
Okay. You have
Ooh, I
a
don't think a 13 will hit him.
okay. So he has armor class 5, and you have an attack of 8. Correct? You need a 13 or
Uh,
14 or lower. Excuse me.
oh,
Oh
14 or
wait,
lower.
no,
I
no, hold
managed
on. Yeah,
that.
14 or lower. Yeah.
I managed a 13.
Is the print is super small on this chart that I'm looking at, so it's really hard. I need like a little piece of paper. There's one of those like you need to go from like armor class 5 to weapon class 8, and then follow them down until they meet and figure out the number.
Like one of the
What
really
it's
bad
worth, it's
Rollmaster
actual
looking
weapon class of
charts.
9.
Yeah.
But
So
anyway, a 14 or less means a 13 hits.
okay, give me a D8 roll for damage, and this is probably going to kill him. He only has 25 hit points, so he's at 20, I think. 8. All right. Describe how you take this guy out from the shadows.
Well, I point my bow at him and I aim it at the middle of him because that seems like the best way to go. And it turns out my aim isn't actually that good because he turns toward me or away from me just at the wrong moment, and the arrow goes right under his arm where the armor isn't.
You shot him in the armpit.
Yep.
Luckily, there's no lasers that shoot out of these ones.
Huzzah!
Okay. As he gets the arrow to his armpit, it hits him. It goes deep into his heart, and as he falls onto Jacob's as the chicken knife, he's like, "At last, I have made it through the threshold. The beauty is more than I could conceive." And he just kind of like slowly falls down to your feet, dying. That's his last breath. And you're currently in a town with a crater in its crossroads. The two townspeople are they come. The only person they know that it can see is Sume, so they run up to Jacob, and thank you so much for saving us. We don't out of character. We don't have to become your backup NPC or PCs.
Yeah, they can become the backup PCs. Hey, we're from. Oh my god! Do you know where these weird death salesman people came from? We're
And-
trying to find out.
You guys can hear all this because you're right near shot, hiding in the buildings.
And then I point over to the baker. And I'm like, "That's a really bad baker. Like, do you know where it came from?"
Yeah, they came. They sent a guy on the weird animals like those ones, and she points at one of the animals. He came into town saying they were going to come and take us through the threshold, but about 2-3 weeks later, a group of them came in and burned down the village. They only left us alive to do the load up everything that was left of value and bring it back to their camp. They said the camp is somewhere in what was it Cat's Ass Pass.
We're gonna get a cat ass.
I'm going with
Come on.
Cat Scratch, so Cat Ass Pass. Just kind of sound.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
not.
you know-
I'm not calling you out, Cat. You just have the same name as an animal I like.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a. They say that they said the camp that they have is on the other side of Cat's Ass Pass, to the west. But they also said that the pass is still hard to traverse. It's not fully thought out yet. They only had they came in with into town with about 15 of, and she spits on one of the armored guy. Well, I guess the only armored guy that's still in one piece. But they killed everybody else. Those who survived the battle, they just put up against the theater walls and shot with their crossbows. They said it was humans destroyed the world and thus don't deserve to live in it.
All right. Well, you know what? Agatha, we're going to Adventure Village, and we're gonna take out these weird death salesmen.
I tried to kill you. How many hit points do you have left, Sume?
I have 22
Out of how many?
Of 45.
Okay, you're very seriously injured.
and I'm really hurt. Like,
you have any medicine? Help me.
She looks at the
That
crater
sounds
where the cart.
fascinating. Can you tell me about it?
I'm sorry, who were you talking to? I guess herself. But
Oh
what did
shit!
you?
Right, I don't. I wonder if he'll tell me about it.
The village survivor tell you about what?
Oh dear, she's talking to me. Um, not sure how to react to that. My companion is hurt, and I think that's interesting.
Yes. What's wrong? What is your name? And she looks at Sumi's character.
Oh,
Sorry, what's that?
She looks at your character and asks, "What injuries do you have?"
Well, I have a what? Lightning bolts and some explosions. So whatever we can do to.
So you're
patch
heavily
up that-
burned, and you have a axe wound in your thigh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you let her know, like explain it to her.
Yeah,
Load
I'm
up- load up
burnt
these
up
dice.
and I got cut this big old gash wound. My thigh hurts.
She puts her hand on your thigh, and she heals D8 wounds, or excuse me, D12. Let's do a T12.
yow.
The light kind of shines around her hands as
Wow.
she focuses on it and kind of moves it around like what's his name? What's the baby Yoda from the Mandalorian? And it the wound
Baby
on your
Yoda?
leg heals up for D12 wounds. Let me roll that real quick. 1d12. 7. You heal 7 health, but it's enough to stop the bleeding and allow you to
Nice.
kind of. So you went to being super fucked and about to halfway dead to, oh, I can kind of get around now. You might want to drink some of that vodka.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink some of the vodka. Like refreshing drink of heroes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new one. This person can wave their fingers and make people stop bleeding.
Yeah,
That's a trip.
I've had that power
That
since I
sounds
was
enormously convenient.
I've had that power since I was a small girl. That's why the village had let me into the town.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about these necro dudes, though, or there's going to be a whole lot more trouble.
Yeah, they say they have an army on the other side of the pass.
I'm thinking, so we have the one dude. Let's strip him of his armor. Let's take the cloth off of the baker. We'll grab that. Grab any of the.
I'm going to
food.
say if you want to try to use the robe, it's been burnt. You can't really use that, but the armor is good on the one guy.
Okay, we'll grab that. We'll grab that. We'll go get our heart. Bring it in. As I limp around with my.
As you're looking through, there is a surviving map on the baker. I'm trying to remember what you called them. On the baker. Yeah. There's a map on there. There's a bunch of writing, but you guys are illiterate, so you can't read it.
I'll grab the map and be like, kind of trying to figure out what it is.
One of the animals they rode in on is still there. The other two were destroyed in the blast of the wagon. They kind of had hooked them up like a motorcycle chariot.
Hey, Folly, take a look at.
I'm a little disappointed because I kind of wanted you guys to start riding around Gamma World on a motorcycle chariot.
Yeah,
hooked up
I
to motorcycles.
figured they were motorcycles, but okay.
Yeah, we all know they're motorcycles, but this is out of character.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Folly, take a glance at that weird thing. Do you think you can make it do things?
I'll try talking to it, but I don't know how to tell him. Oh, perhaps he heard me.
Take your time, miss.
do you still have hyper intelligence there?
No, that was before you had me roll on the physical.
Yeah, because we did it wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So give me an animal handling check.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Yep.
There's a start.
Wow. 4 is that actually is below my animal handling by itself.
By what differential?
My animal handling is in fact 4.
Okay, cool.
Probably
Okay.
enough to
It
recognize that this
doesn't
is like
respond
no
to you,
animal I've
but
ever seen.
describe how you try to describe that as I'm looking for the beginning of the chart for this.
Mm.
What do you do?
Well, weirdly, I am able to talk directly to animals since they don't talk back, generally.
As you talk to it, it doesn't really do anything back. It just kind of
Here, sweetheart.
but it
Look
doesn't.
up. Are you all right? Are you
Doesn't
hungry?
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. Start. Okay, give me. I'm gonna give you a bonus from this one with your animal handling. Give me. Was it a D20?
Yes.
Give me a D20 roll. No, D10 roll. Excuse me.
Oh, well, good, because that D20 roll didn't look very enthusiastic. 6.
6. Hey, okay. So it doesn't. As you walk up, it doesn't say anything, but it doesn't run away. You do see.
Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah, it does. As you look at it, it has like the back is leather, and it has 2 horns sticking out of the top of its head, and one large
Well,
eye in the center.
I will reach my hand out toward its eye. It probably has a nose below the eye, and I'll let it sniff at my hand.
It doesn't do anything at all, but as
If
you're
it doesn't
touching,
react, I'll try petting it on between the horns.
give me a D10 roll.
5.
5. All right. As you do that, its head moves over to the side, kind of real quick. Kind of not like it's gonna jab its horns at you, but it looks like it's kind of moves its front whatever appendage is on the front, and moves over to the side, and it's kind of looks like it's staring at you with its head kind of like cocked to the side.
Well, I've got its attention.
And give me another D10 roll.
Okay. 2.
You're nailing this because there's a chart we're on.
I'm totally nailing this.
So what do you do from there?
Well, if I've got its attention, I mean, it seems to be something like a rideable animal. They were the first salesman was riding on this
Mm-hmm.
iron horse,
Yes,
right?
yes, it was.
Well, it doesn't seem to have been frightened away from me. I think I will try climbing onto it and see if it will let me ride.
As you climb on, give me a D10 roll.
10. Oh.
That's actually good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was really good. Otherwise, you're you're at like really good, back on where you were at, or failure when unable to figure out what this thing is. So you're doing good.
All right.
So as you sit on it, it makes a noise, a loud, high pitched noise as you do that, but it doesn't move or anything at all.
It's all right. Petting it between the horns.
Give me a D10 roll.
All right.
Give me a D10 roll.
Another 10.
Yeah. All right, yeah. You've noticed when it made that noise, there's like little like bumps on it, and it seemed it didn't growl or snap back at you, so it might have liked that. But there's a few different buttons on, or excuse me, not buttons, bumps on the between the horns and the ends of the horns.
Huh. I wonder if it likes those being Rubbed.
Okay. Give me a D10 roll.
1.
You have nailed it. So as you push it, you hear a. You made one bad roll throughout all that.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Of course, if you rolled a 8 or a 8 through 10, you would have died.
Oh shit!
There, like you came close. Yeah, you were like one
No
square
bones.
from dying. All right, as you hit the button, it makes a large growling noise, which kind of scares you. And you grab one of the horns, it kind of and kind of takes off a little bit. But as you it starts but you kind of pick up on that you're riding it. And when you pull on that, it wants to move forward, but when you push it back, it snaps back. When you let go, it kind of stops moving. So it kind of seems like it wants you to pull on that handle.
I see. Well, for balance, I probably should grab both of the handles.
And I'm gonna say, give me a dexterity roll.
Horns.
Give me a dexterity roll. You fucking nailed that. Fucking great.
10 on the dex, which is actually below.
Hello. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. After a while, you kind of figure out how to ride this animal.
Mm.
You
It's
guys are
not that
fucking
hard.
cheating. I know you guys are cheating. I don't know how you're doing it, but you guys are fucking cheating.
We're redneck hillbillies.
I wonder what your name is.
What are you gonna name your new animal?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Farty.
Farty.
13.
So yeah, and on that, there's like 3 different ways you could kill yourself. You came close to it twice.
That's awesome. Like,
Goodness.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Like there's literally boxes where like you were on where like, oh, I'm like, okay, cat's gonna kill herself. And then like it was like 1 or 2. If you rolled like 1 or 2, there's only like 1 or 2 out of 10 chance of like surviving, and then you made it.
Excellent.
Yeah. Boo! I need to kill a character at one point in time.
Man, I was
Fucking-
expecting
Fucking
that you were
bullshit.
I expected to die, honestly, with the explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm fair. I'm not going to purposely kill your character out of spite, unless it was like Dog, who had 6 more clones, and I needed it.
yeah,
I needed it as a plot development. I'm like, come on, just shake up a fucking bouncy bubbly beverage, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was funny that he. I tried to burp him too.
Yeah, because their plan was Robo Chavez's plan was to shake up a whole bunch of bouncy bubbly beverage and blow up all the government buildings in Sector 160.
Really nice.
Yeah. But you guys wound up nuking the place. All right, so you figured out how to ride the animal, aka a motorcycle.
Yes.
And so what else are you guys doing on your looting spree here? You got a suit of armor. That's a armor class 5.
Okay. So
There's
there's a black armor. A map that. Yeah, out of those 3, who's the smarter one that I think I'm going to go to the blacksmith and be like, I don't remember. Do you have any idea what this is?
What are you showing him?
I'm showing him the map that I found on the baker. I'm like, the baker guy had this.
Give me an intelligence check. Both of you guys give me an intelligence check.
I'm like, I'm not sure what this baker's had with this. Was it like a recipe? And you said intelligence,
Yeah.
right?
And he also had a battle axe. This is like a He-Man action figure style battle axe.
I would have grabbed that one I was at it then. Oh wow, I got a 3, so I beat mine by 8.
Yeah, you guys notice on this map, you can't read it, but the words on it, but you can tell it's a map of the valley that you guys are in. There's a location marked with one of their skull logo, the red crimson skull logos. I'm going to use that one, and you can kind of tell where the village is. Your village is at, and it's on the far. So from the Cat's Ass Pass, it goes from the pass. The next closest thing to the pass is Cat Scratch, the town you're in. Your town of Oh God And then there, a little past that is up in a up in one of the hills that you're told as a kid not to go to. There's something marked up there. It's supposed to be. You were told as children it is a haunted, evil place that you should never go. But it's marked with. It's definitely somebody has grabbed the map and marked it with the logo of the necromongers.
As it kind of dawns on me, I don't remember your character's, but it's your character's name.
Ryan.
Ryan. I'm like, Ryan, I think that's where the bad baker's from. And I point to it.
This is a scribbling of the roads and all the other stuff in between. And if this doodle's correct with that weird piece of cloth that those guys were waving about on the stick, this is where those guys are?
I think so.
Yeah, well, everybody's telling you they came from the pass.
Hang on.
The cat ass pass.
Yeah, they came from the cat's ass pass. You guys know, being as smart as you guys are, you've seen maps before, know how to read a map. You just don't know how to read the words on the map because you're illiterate.
Okay, that's fine.
So
okay.
you know where the pass is. There's also 2 other towns outside of yours and Cat Scratch that are in this valley, and on the far side of of your town from where you're at, backtracking the other way, there's something marked there on the map that somebody has. This is an older map that somebody has literally drawn on to mark a space on the map
Okay.
with their own logo. So take it as you want.
Okay, so did they?
I'm thinking that's where the Death Cellars are.
But we don't want any though.
And that's on the. I always want to point out the location marked is is the opposite direction from the pass, so it's behind you. It's on the other side of your town from where you're at. You have to go in the opposite direction towards the pass.
So we have to go back to Oh My God.
Oh my God is between you and the location marked on the map, and then which is the opposite, the direction of where you guys came from, your town. Your town is between here and there, and then the pass is to the west. So the location marked would be to the east. The pass is to the west. Then there's another town in the north of the valley and another town in the south of the valley.
Okay, so how wide is this pass? Is it big? Is it small enough that we can just, well, make it so that it isn't traversable, or at least to slow these guys down?
Given that you probably haven't been out that way because you never left the valley, you'd have to go and look. But it should be a fairly large valley, but it's not. But it's but you could probably. That's probably a good idea. Just GM to player. That's probably a good idea. A good route to take.
Hey, Folly, I saw what you did with that wagon. Do you think you can do that to, well, the side of a pass, perhaps?
Oh, I'm sure the good vodka might be able to do that. I mean, after I look at the wagon.
Hell yeah.
You also got a bunch of potatoes.
It's the finest vodka. Oh my God.
Okay.
You might be able to do a chemistry check to make more. Just FYI.
Okay.
Oh, I'm thinking about that. Is there more potatoes around here?
And Cat, I'll leave you guys to it. Sorry, I shouldn't be in here.
These rude salesmen, if they can't traverse the pass, then they're not our problem, right?
And we don't want what they're selling. So if we close out the pass that they can get here, we can't get what they're selling. So
they can keep their death and stupidity.
I failed the chemistry test like horribly.
What were you rolling for?
I think he's suggesting that we keg them up. That does seem like an awfully good idea.
Yeah, I just want to get drunk, make some spoons, mind my own business. I don't want any what these guys are. Ryan gestures at the smoldering dude and the dude that's just been arrowed to death. I don't want any of whatever these guys are selling. I want to mind my own business.
I don't want it either. I'm just thinking, let's just use the rest of the kegs of the vodka to close the pass, so they can't come in and give us what they're selling, and we don't want none of it.
Yeah. We're going to have to check out the other pictograms on the map. This can be interesting. We may need to bring this to the old folks. They might have a better idea what this is.
Good idea. I didn't think about doing that. So good call.
We might need more vodka anyways after seeing my really bad chemistry roll.
Yeah, your apprentice, he may make vodka, but it's a bit soft. I think something's missing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, just real quick on loot. I'll give you guys a sword. You already picked up the battle axe, so that's a weapon class 2, but it does D8 damage. So, mate, did you hear that?
Yeah,
And,
thanks.
There's a suit of armor, metal armor, armor class 5, sword, which is where a sword. Just put sword. I'll find that later.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, sword, weapon class 3. Then you also have a shield, octagonal shield, red. It has words on the front, but you don't know what they say. You blew up
Identifications for people that blew up the world. We don't want none of that.
yeah, and you find D6 gold coins on the baker, aka Space Wizard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wizard. You throw a lightning bolt at you.
Well,
And
I kind of figured you said he was pasty white, so I'm trying to think, what would a dumb idiot think of that guy as pasty white? He figured, well, he's a baker, good flour and stuff.
Well, it's kind of apropos. He went from baking to being baked, so
Yeah.
well,
all right, I'll let you guys finish the scene. What you guys want to do?
you said D what as far as gold coins?
D6.
All right.
And I'll let you guys finish your plan. I just wanted to give out the loot real quick. 1 gold coin. It has it's a gold coin that has a Crimson Skull logo on it. You know the Misfits logo?
Oh,
Okay.
goodness. Even the baker has this weird version of gold. Look, it looks so strange.
Yeah, it does. We don't have need of this education.
Uh,
Yeah, it looks like what I just posted. It's the Misfits logo, but it doesn't have the eyes on there.
eh,
Okay.
that's
Gotcha.
creepy. They make creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Eh,
And the location on the map was marked with a similar logo to that. I'll post that here in a second while you guys finish up your conversation. Sorry about interrupting you.
Okay. How many survivors did we get? I remember that. I
2
think there were
survivors.
2. We didn't wipe out any of them with the explosion, did we?
No.
No, do we want to head towards where the symbol was, or?
Okay. The folks from Cat Scratch. Hey y'all. Do y'all know anything about the pass?
I've been there a few times, and it's not a very big pass. Maybe 4 to 5 people could go across on that at one time. But people have been telling me that it was still kind of snow covered. Still,
Okay.
in the spring, it is when the snow thaws, and when the all the merchants from outside the valley come in and trade here.
Okay, we may need to make that temporarily impassable so that we ain't getting more of these folks ruining our fun.
Yeah, they killed my town, so I totally understand. Yeah, we need to
You
stop
wanna
them.
come along with? We may need some extra hands.
Go ahead and put 2 followers, 1 healer, psychic healer. Let's mark that down there. Put on the note there. Note on her. Her one is going to be indeterminate, basically backup character number 3. So
I love that. I love that backup character number 3.
yeah, basically kind of like a gopher character to help carry stuff. So I'll let you treat them, do with them as you will. They currently have no gear because you blew it all up. Cat blowing up all their gear. You can equip them the way you want. They can join you in battle. So currently they have no weapons. I know somebody has multiple knives. If you want to give them that.
All right. Okay, let's go through the town, see what we can scavenge, and then we need to move.
I gave you all the stuff that you found there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, there's just not much left of the village already.
Yeah, it's all been burned down or
sacked it.
stolen. This is like the last little group taking out taking all that stuff.
I hate to be a Debbie Downer too. It's also 16.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if you guys want to continue going or not, or is this a good place to leave? And I got a feeling Dog is Dog I may run this next week also. Maybe random
Maybe backup character number 3 is Dog's character.
Yeah, that's what
This
I was
would
going
be
to
a
say.
good spot to stop, and
Yeah.
we could have one of the other survivor be whoever joins us as a character.
Yeah,
I
that.
mean, this is
Yeah,
a
that
good
works.
spot to stop.
Yeah, and if we get Lee, he can play the Psyker. So, all right, pretty good for having really nothing planned and expecting to run Street Fighter or Paranoia. So,
I was
Just for the
expecting to at
record,
least
too,
kill one dude.
yeah, I
I
thought
expected to
Sume
blow
was
up.
going to die, but
I expected to blow up. Fully, I did.
yeah, and I'll read up on
Mhm.
Gamma World. I kind of want to play this next week. So,
Right
yeah,
on.
stop the necromongers and any suggestions of what I should do or could have done better? I didn't really know the rule set. I thought I knew the rule set, but it works a lot different than I thought.
I think we're overthinking it a little bit, but only a
That's okay.
touch. Hell,
It's okay. I don't
pretty
interesting. Nothing about Camel World.
Well, Gamma World is pretty much different. It's what you want to make of it. I've got a few ideas of what's at the map site and cool battle at cool climax or like boss fight at the end. So, yeah,
I just remember seeing it. One of the guys in high school had it, and
He described it to me as so we're looking at mid late 90s as D&D meets Star Wars kind of in a way.
yeah, it's
That's
more
what it
like
was
D&D
described
meets
to me.
Mad Max kind of style. It's more like
but that's what. Yeah,
it's supposed to be like techno fantasy. So, you guys familiar with the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Thundar the Barbarian?
vaguely I remember it. But
He has like a lightsaber. He's like Conan the Barbarian with a lightsaber. They're like there's like
Yeah.
spaceships and laser guns. So the more you guys explore this world, the more crazy shit will be. Also, Cat, put in motorcycle or dirt bike for your.
I did write down Farty the motorcycle. Yes.
Okay.
Party the motorcycle.
Yeah, you know what? When there was the option,
Conveniently, just FYI, it loves to eat the. I'm just gonna say, you find out in case this comes up. You find out it loves drinking the vodka.
Its mouth is in a very weird position, but yes.
Yeah.
I figured too.
I don't know how
If
you
there
nailed that. Like I said, you almost died like 3 times on the flow chart.
That's awesome. That's like
Legit awesome.
So I don't know when exactly I'm going to be back from Game Storm next week, but I will jump on when I can.
Okay, yeah. We'll just say you're running recon or whatever, but yeah, if you're going to be late,
Yeah.
no big deal. They'll just say you're out on Farty the motorcycle doing recon.
Woohoo!
And, I'm still streaming.